Hey everyone, this is Land Ryu 513 on the Capcom Fighters Network, also known as Landon, aka DJ New Spirit. And I wanted to go ahead and show you guys a quick tutorial on what you can do in terms of maximizing optimum damage with Denjin Renki. Now, most of you would more than likely would do Raw V Trigger 1, or depending on how you go about linking it. But when activating the Raw V Trigger 1 and Denjin Renki, you will go in that purpose. So it was jumping heavy into standing medium punch, into crouching hard punch, into the fierce dragon punch, into the critical art, while in V Trigger 1. So thus you ended up getting the damage output of 524, with stun of 761, and then the combos of 11, and then the damage scaling 60%. Yet, there's a little trick that many don't know. So it may not seem significant, but due to the factor that I negated one move, meaning I didn't do standing medium punch, I ended up getting a wee more damage. I negated to say that you'll lose probably about 10 or 20 points of stun damage, but you're also getting high damage output. So now let's go do this in the corner. This time, while in Raw V Trigger, we're going to do jumping heavy into standing medium punch, into crouching hard punch, into Hadouken, into hard dragon punch, into critical art. So let's try this. Alright, so that did significant damage and stun. So we have a stun output of 816, and we have damage of 531. Damage scaling at 50%. But once again, I stated less is more. Let's try this again. Now, although we lost about 30 points of stun damage, we had an increase of approximately close to anywhere between 13 and 20 points or more damage. So instead of doing 528 or 536, whichever one that you guys seen beforehand, we now have damage output of 543. That's really ridiculously high, especially for a character such as Ryu. So the biggest thing that many of you ask yourself is, when would it be my time to go ahead and use this type of damage output, or when would it be my time to go ahead and do such? The biggest thing is, if you're searching for damage and you're trying to end the opponent, you want to go for max damage output. Max damage output. The same thing will be with the solar slicer. Missed it. You can get the exact same thing off of solar plexus. So it's really essential to actually pay attention to that and look at your damage outputs and everything. Sometimes less really is more. So depending on how you go about and traversing these fights and everything, go for any character that you use, less is more. Fully explore your character and really look into what you can do in terms of variety and exploring different outputs and whatnot, because you know you really scale if you're doing a lot of EX attacks in one go, depending on how many of you do. And it's essential not to just be too fancy, but you just want to get to the point. Ryu is, of course, is a counter striker, and he will make you pay for any of your mistakes that you make. This is Land Ryu 513 out. Peace and blessings. You guys take care and God bless. Bye bye.